right, man. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Daily Money Markets with our weekly, analysis and a weekly outlook of the market. So yeah, man, keep tuning in, keep subscribing so that you can be up to date. But let's go. Let's jump into the new market of the new pew here and there to have an advantage in terms of the market and be able to spot the opportunity that you can be able to trade. So without wasting time, on Monday, that would be March the 25th. The most highest impact that we're seeing is the new home loans that are coming from US, which is coming on 4 p.m. Monday. But again, there will be a different news that are coming, like monetary policy meetings, CBI realizing sales, FOMAC member besting speaks. But these are not that much in terms of volatility. I think there's only one. So mostly on Monday, the market is a little bit low, but we're seeing these US new home loans that we're expecting on Monday. Moving on Tuesday, we are expecting the CB consumer confidence from 4 p.m. from US. Again, is going to bring a high impact volatility, as well as there's a durable goods orders, S&P 500 composite 20 HPI year to year, that is also coming on Tuesday the 26th of March. Going all the way on Wednesday, that will be the 27th of March. There's a CPI consumer price index coming from Australia, 2:30 a.m. To those who trade a Sydney session, they're expecting a high impact volatility there. Again, they won't have that much in terms of in terms of other news. It's only Australian dollar that we're seeing that have high impact volatility. Of course, there's other news that are coming, like Italian 10-year bond, Credit Suisse economic expectations are there, CB leading index month to month, but they are not that much in terms of high impact. That is why we think CPI is the only one that is coming on Wednesday. Moving on Thursday, there's a FOMAC member, William Wheeler speak. That will be 12 a.m. time. Again from US, expecting high impact volatility to all instrument of US and all correlated instrument as well. Moving to 2:30 p.m. on Thursday, there's a GDP coming from Canada, and again a final GDP coming from US. So very, very interesting in terms of GDP there that is coming on Thursday. Is going to drive all instrument from US and all correlated instrument to a dollar. So that's what we're expecting on Thursday. Thursday, moving on 4 p.m., there's a pending home sales, which is also is going to drive a lot of dollar instruments. All the way we are seeing also on Thursday there's a bank holiday from New Zealand. There's also a bank holiday from Australia. So we're not expecting a lot of movement in terms of these holidays. On Friday as well, there's a bank holidays everywhere. Bank holiday from Swiss franc, bank holiday from German, bank holiday from GBP. But again, we're having a core PC price index on 2:30 Friday from US. Later on 5:30, we have Fed Chair Powell actually speaking. That will be the end of the week. It will be 29th of March. So I'm not quite sure that maybe the holidays is because of the Easters that are coming. But yeah, this is actually how the high impact volatility news are look like. Pretty much the most interesting part is the GDP that are coming on Thursday from US as well as from Canada, and as well as the CPI consumer price index that are coming from Australian dollar. So that's actually what we are anticipating in terms of high impact volatility. So what we want to do now is to take this information and go on a market and see if we cannot be able to look few instruments, few trades to try to analyze and try to see how the market is going to look like. But not that much of busy week, the one that is coming from 25 tomorrow. It looks like it's a little bit of a soft week or easy week, because of we are coming from the busy weeks of CPI, PPI. We're coming from a weeks of Federal Reserve in terms of the interest rate from European ECB, European Central Bank, to all the way US. So we're coming from very busy week. This week it will be a little bit of slowly, but let's see how the market is gonna look like. Now is the time that we can jump in and check it out on the chart and to see actually how the market is performing, or how the market is going to perform from the following week. So of course we're going to base this in terms of analysis with there were fundamentals, From there, then we take instrument by instrument and try to analyze. So the first one that we saw on Monday was US home loans. So I think a lot of instrument in terms of USD, they're gonna have a high impact volatility. We are seeing USD ZAR here. Maybe we should look into uh, any other instrument, but that would be a currency pays. Let's try currency pay. Let's try USD Canadian dollar. Let me see. What can we try? I think USD versus Canadian dollar, it's fine just to give us the indication of where the market it's actually going. But also, I would like to check the dollar index and where the index is actually sitting so that it can give us the idea of how the dollar is actually performing. So, the dollar index right now, you can see, let's go on a bigger time frame. The bigger time frame on 4 hour, you can see it's sitting on a very highest. It's 104. It actually means the dollar, it's having really best strong strength in a market. So you can see the lowest ones, it should be around 102. When the market is, when the dollar index is sitting at 102 or 100 or below 100, we should know that the dollar is losing the momentum, it's losing power. But right now it's sitting really above 104. It means the dollar is actually gaining the momentum. And now the safe haven of the dollar that's supposed to show us the vice versa of the movement, it should be gold. And when you look at, we're looking at gold, look at gold where it's sitting 2,165, 2,165, a little bit low from 2,217 that it performed on 21st of March. So again, we can see the index, dollar index, it's above the safe haven of a dollar, which is gold. It's a little bit lower. All right. So going on our analysis, we already established that the dollar index is already powerful. It's already above, and we're already seeing that, the dollar has been gaining the momentum, has been gaining the power. How the USD Canadian dollar is going to perform when a market open on Monday. All right, so we put the market on a bigger time frame. We can see from Friday it pushes the price all the way up above. This is where I'm thinking the market is going to play around. It's going to play around in this zone. Once you mark the zone like this is where you can now starting taking advantage. You can see the Friday declining of breaking to go all the way above. This is pretty much, I think the market will push all the way the price down, and this is a very nice trade that you can actually enter or take advantage. Okay, I'm thinking bearish movement, bearish movement, uh, all the way bearish to this zone. All right. So this is what I think the market will do. When the market open, maybe it might pushes the price to this range, and again it might retest, but it breaks coming all the way here. By the time we get to Wednesday, the market USD CAD was sitting at 1.34666. That's the price that I think USD CAD will be sitting by the time we get to Tuesday to Wednesday. Then again, it will play around in a zone, as I said, goes all the way again back up, and again on Friday it might end up above again, because of we seen that on Friday the last news that is coming, it's a format member Pearl that's actually speaking, and that will drive the instrument, especially the ones that have a dollar, to push the price up. But according to the way we say, clear opportunity that the market might drop all the way to 1.346666. So that's the opportunity in terms of USD CAD. We get this information based on the new home loans that are coming in terms of the fundamental, as well as by looking at the dollar index, where the index is actually sitting. The dollar index actually is the index that measures the value of a United States dollar, right? So when it goes up, it shows that the dollar is actually powerful. When it goes down, it actually shows that the dollar is losing the momentum in the market. So, all right, what are the next instruments? We said going on a Tuesday, the fundamental of Tuesday, again, it's a CB consumer confidence in terms of United States, in terms of US. So again, if you look at it, where it is And the Tuesday again, there's another instrument, there's another news coming from US consumer confidence. That is why I think even USD CAD, it might go all the way from Tuesday back again up above. So this is a clear, nice range that the market will move around. There's a consumer confidence that are coming on Tuesday, and the new home loans that is coming on Monday. This is actually the instrument, I mean the news that is going to drive the instrument, and opportunities are there. Maybe let's try to look into USD JPY. USD JPY. Now, the reason why I'm looking at the USD JPY is because of course, the news that we saw that they are coming from Monday and Tuesday. The other reason is that the Bank of Japan has actually hiked the interest rate. They haven't hiked the interest rate for over, we can say, decades, right? They now have been actually hiking, and now a lot of people, they are actually getting surprised that why is that the Japanese, they have hiked the interest rate, but the Japanese yen, it's still above of the price, is not actually losing the momentum, or is not dropping the momentum from the market. It's actually because Japan has spent over 10 years of decreasing the interest rate. So you think about it, each and every year or each and every quarter, Japan was reducing the interest rate, reducing the interest rate. So they actually reduced the interest rate for over 5,000 basis points, right? So even if they hike now, their hike is not even matching amount of basis points that they've been dropping. So they might hike. Imagine you drop for 5,000 basis points. Maybe you can hike with 100 basis points. 75 basis points. It won't make any difference. That is why the instrument of Japan, it's still sitting above, and that is why it gives me a little bit of interest to look in terms of Japanese yen, in terms of United States dollar versus the Japanese yen. As well, we saw the dollar index is sitting as well above, but look at how the market has closed. The market has actually closed really nice in terms of the USD correlated instrument. They closed really nice, and we can look at it. We put the market, we underlining our chart, we underline the where there's the highest point, and again where there's the lowest point. The main important here is to put the market on a range, but again, this is also other important part that we shouldn't ignore. It's always wise to indicate where the market has actually been resistant. So if you look at it, USD CAD, the market can drop all the way, I think here. This is where I think I'm anticipating that it pushes the price when the market open on Monday, pushes all the way a little bit down, break at this zone, come to 1.49, right? Again, once it pushes the price down, getting to 150, if it doesn't break on 150, that means if you're in a trade, you can always take your profit from here and again wait a signal to break. Look at this one. That was a false confirmation of breaking zone. It didn't break. It breaks and it pushed the price all the way, close it above. Another candlestick, the same thing. It didn't confirm that it actually breaks. So if this candlestick were formed above this candlestick, below this candlestick, coming to here, that's where you could have seen and confirmed that it has breaked, coming to this price. So the space is big. The space is big to all the way 146, but we must always have a caution when you're in a market, when you're trading. That is why it's very wise to take a profit at a small range that you make, and again, once it breaks, you can enter another TP, or you can enter another trade and roll another trade, so that you form another take profit from there. So that's what I'm thinking in terms of USD JPY. I think the price will push the price all the way down to 150, wait for it to break, comes to 149, and that's quite a zone there. That's quite uh clear zone. There we go. That's quite a zone that it can pushes the price all the way to this. So that's USD JPY. But again, according to the information that I give based on Japanese yen and how they increase the interest rate, we can see now we are looking at the JP225. This is the index from the Japan. It's sitting above, right? Everywhere when the interest rate has been hiked, the instrument, the index of that specific region, it has to drop. But the Japanese 225, Japanese yen, it continuing going bullishing up and up and up. It's because of, although they hike the interest rate, but that hike doesn't match the way they were dropping the interest rate, the way they were reducing the interest rate for over 10 years. So that's a beauty about the Japanese yen and the story of Japanese yen at the moment. All right. What other news that we are seeing moving after Tuesday? We're seeing consumer price index from Australian dollar and the former member William talking. I think we can look into AUD. Let's look into AUD. Let's find AUD Australian dollar. AUD, AUD, AUD. Show AUD USD, AUD CAD. Let's put AUD Canadian dollar. All right, already the market is sitting at 4-hour time frame. Again, as I always do, identifies the highest zone, identifies the lowest position of the zone, right? Again, identify where the market has actually, range. If you look at it, look, this is where the market has been actually playing around 10. So we need to respect this position. Where do I think the market will go when the market open? Again, Wednesday, it's a consumer price index from Australia. So I'm thinking it's a bullish movement all the way to here. That's a bigger target that we are actually targeting. But before there will be a little bit of a twist of the market. It might pushes the price to 0.8838 338. From here, it might start again shooting all the way up. So just to give a little bit of a shape, so that might do this. Uh, right. Then once it get there, it start now bearishing up all the way. Okay. At least we show the indication. It might drop all the way to here and now 10 when consumer price index start and pushing the price all the way up. It's quite some move there that you can actually take advantage and make something out of it, make some money out of this place. Again, understanding where we identify it's where you can take your profit, or where you can wait the market to break. Once it break, you can now enroll more trades. You can now put more trades that will push all the way to a higher level. But again, because of its consumer price index, we're expecting that Australia to produce, a very good numbers in terms of, price index. Again, above the estimated that are actually estimating in terms of the consumer price index. So that's Australian dollar versus Canadian dollar. Again, the bigger news is coming on Wednesday, consumer price index. Let's look what is happening on Thursday. Thursday, there's a GDP from Canada. There's also a final GDP from US. Final GDP from US. I think that one we can look on US NAS 100 and the US 30, and just to see where, because of it's the GDP from United States, it's supposed to have a very very positivity. Look at that Nasdaq. What has been happening, right? Nasdaq has been sitting at 18,334, but it hasn't break 17,800 mark since I think since 23rd of Feb. It hasn't break to go all the way down. Again, we see the dollar index is sitting above. I don't think Nasdaq is gonna actually break, anytime soon. I think this is the range where the Nasdaq is gonna perform, coming all the way down here and pushes the price up. Of course, when the market open during the week from Monday, Tuesdays, is a dollar instrument or dollar indexes. They're not going to have that much power, so we're going to see them dropping a little bit, maybe to 18,000, right? 18,000, somewhere around there. Then from there, from Wednesday, Thursday, pushes the price all the way up again to 18,400. So I'm thinking Nasdaq and as well as USDT, they are going to keep the range of the market above. They don't want to lose the momentum in terms of the stocks. We see different stocks also being above, like S&P 500 breaking 5,000, 5,100 mark, making the records of numbers in terms of the stock price in the stock market. So I think Nasdaq, it might pushes a little bit down to 18,000, maybe fly to 18,020. 18,023. From there, it might again pushes the price all the way high up. Same as USDT. Look at where USDT is sitting again. 39,429. The market close where it was actually bearish. I think when the market open, we'll find USDT sitting here, right? Okay, of this one. This one I can push it a little bit down. All right. What are we anticipating here? Are we anticipating then US data to get to 38,727 or 38,500? 500, I think 500 is far. Maybe 38,727. That's the price where US data it might come. Because of Monday, Tuesday, there's no much in terms of high impact volatility that will push the dollar instrument. So a little bit of dipping that we will see from Monday, Tuesday, but from Wednesday to Thursday, it will pushes the price back to where it was or back to where it is, which is 39,834. Where exactly this market is trying to reach? This market is trying to reach 40,000 mark. That's the idea of this market. It want to get to 40,000, I think, especially US 30, because it hasn't been in that 30,000, and that will be the highest mark the highest record of the instrument. So that's in terms of USDT. We can see opportunities are there, comes all the way to 39,000. It might break to 38,000, but when it comes to Wednesday to Thursday, it will push back to 39,800, even 39,900 straight right there. All right, the last one, it's on Friday. Friday, there's a lot of bank holidays. I'm not sure it's correlated with the Easters, but we see New Zealand bank holiday, Australian bank holiday, we see Swiss franc bank holiday, European bank holiday, GBP bank holiday. There's only a former member that is speaking later on. So I don't think there will be high much in terms of the volatility, in terms of Friday, because of all these bank holidays. But also we can just look in on gold for just the better interests, because again, gold, it's one of the instruments that a lot of people participate. So let me try to remove all these old analysis. Okay. All right, so I'm thinking gold, it might deepen a little bit. It might push his deepen a little bit, but the idea of gold is to recover. Because of Monday, there won't be Monday, Tuesday, there won't be that much of a high impact volatility coming from a dollar, and gold, it's correlated instrument in terms of the safe haven of a dollar. So we might see gold pushes the price all the way up a little bit to 2,200, where it was, I think it was on the 21st of March, around Wednesday, Thursday, pushes the price a little bit there. But when it comes to the end of the week, like Thursday to Friday, that's where we're going to see instrument gold pushes the price all the way down again, because we're anticipating or expecting the GDP from US. So we're expecting actually, the dollar to have a little bit of momentum, to have a little bit of power from Thursday to Friday. That is why I think the market will push back down to 2,148. 2,148. So yeah, man, that's about, when it comes to the high volatility instrument, and as well as how we think the market is going to turn around or is going to play around for the following week. Please do not forget that 360 Capital, they actually have a 50% bonus that you can take advantage whenever you are depositing from a minimum of $100. You get a 50% of what you deposit on an equity. It increase your margin. Now you can have, more margin for you to be able to hold the trades a little bit longer, or even to increase the volume if you see a clear opportunity for you to jump in. So yeah, guys, there's not much in terms of this coming week, but still there is opportunity in a market that you can jump in and start making some money. So thank you very